Okay guys, today we're going to be talking about every single thing you need to run a trap line. All the tools that I use in every single video and every single trap that I make, you're about to see them. And I'm going to tell you where you can get every single one of these things. So without further ado, y'all stick back, stay tuned, and let's get into this stuff. I'm excited. We got doubles again, son. If you see this, it's a rag. Things are wet. It just got through rain. You might hear a little bit of thunder because it literally just got done raining. Still kind of sprinkling a little bit. But we're going to try to knock this thing out anyway. So, I get so many questions on like, hey Isaac, what do you have to have in order to trap? So many questions, so many comments, and I don't mind it. Like, y'all got any questions? Throw it in the comments. I respond. I try my best to respond to every single one of them. But I get that question often, so I'm just going to go over that. Everything that I use, Scout's hitting, my dog's hitting the tripod. Everything that I use to trap with, I'm going to go over that today, and where you can get all of it. So anyway, let's go on. So first things first, in order to trap, you got to have a trap, right? So I use the MB550 2-coil trap, and I've got there's a Thunder, a shock spring with the Fox Hollow Earth Anchor, I think that's the name of it's called. So yeah, you gotta have a trap. But this one isn't about traps. It's about everything else other than traps. So what I use to drive my anchors in the ground is a piece of rebar, and I've took the rebar, and you might could tell right there maybe that I have taken a grinder and grinded it down to where it fits inside of the earth anchor quite easily, or it just slides in there, and it's got dirt in it now, but it slides in there and I just anchor it down with a hammer. So yeah, a rebar. That one is for driving stakes into the ground. But I also have another anchor right here that I use to punch holes into the ground. Like if I'm doing a flat set, you know, with the grass clippings and 3 punch holes, this is the stake I use for that. I used to use this as my driving stake. However, trapping in some of the sand land that I was in, this rebar just wasn't long enough to get the stake deep enough in the ground, because some of the sand areas is like really loose until you get really deep into the sand. So this one just become a little punch hole driver, and that's what I use it for now. What else? I've got a sifter. This is not what they look like when you buy them. They're a lot prettier. Like this, but after using it a while, they will start looking like this. And this one's just an extra one. Whenever this one breaks, I'll use that. They're not expensive at all. You can get this on F&T trading post for like $8, I think, $8 or $10. It's not expensive whatsoever. And they have several different kinds of sifters that you can use. Let's see here. What's next? The auger bit, y'all see me use this thing all the freaking time, and this is the one I use all the time. This is a 3-inch auger bit that is steel. It is not aluminum. It is steel, and this thing makes my life so much easier. It makes making a set 10 times faster because you don't have to dig a hole. And I like this 3-inch because it puts a lot bigger like eye appeal to the coyote or fox or whatever it may be that you're trapping. Just a big hole right there, like what's in there. And I use this one as well in another video I posted on here, how I get my stakes out of the ground, because those stakes, those Fox Hollow stakes, are really hard to pull out. I've bent a stake puller trying to pull it up out of red clay. This right here is amazing. You just drill right beside the stake and you just pull it right out. It's a piece of cake. I also have a 1.5-inch auger bit that I use on a few sets, not a whole lot. I just do it if I'm trying not to make a lot of eye appeal. You know, I just want to do a little more subtle side. I'd say 80% of the traps that sets that I make, I use the 3-inch bit, but I will occasionally use this bit right here. And it also comes in handy if it's like really tough packed in red clay and I cannot get the 3-inch bit to go into the ground deep enough to get the anchor out. I can use this 1.5 inches because it's smaller, and get down there to my anchor and pull it out with pretty easily. So that's why I got this one. I don't use it as much, but I still like to have it in my bag. Before I had those auger bits, I was having to do things the hard way. And with sand, it's not a big deal. If you're trapping sandy land, it's not hard. It's not that hard. But if you ever get into red clay and you try to do this, you will buy those auger bits fast. I'm talking about quick. Beforehand, I was using this trowel right here, okay? And it works great. Like I said, it works great in in the sand, but not in red clay. I had to take and change out these parts, this part here, the bolts, because they were starting to, it was just like rivets that was holding it in. I can't tell you how many times I've bent this metal right here trying to twist it out and get the red clay to work for me. And as you can see, the sucker it's supposed to be level, but it is bent. And that is also from red clay. So, I mean, like I said, this thing works, but as far as efficiency for me, I go with the drill and those auger bits. But like I said, this one still works if you're just getting started and you don't want to spend, you know, $150 on a drill and an auger bit. Then by all means, get this. It'll work just fine. But if you're running a bigger trap line and you just want to be a little bit faster, you ain't got as much time to take, you know, as much time to use on setting the traps, I definitely go with the auger bit and a drill. So that being said, I have the Cobalt brushless 24 volt max lithium ion, I can't talk, drill, and I love it. I really do. It's a really nice drill. There's nothing wrong with this drill. It works just fine. It works pretty. I mean, you've heard it in my videos. It's pretty nice. The only thing that I would change about this drill, if I were to go buy another one today, is I would get a hammer drill and not just a regular drill. I'd go get a hammer drill to kind of help me in some of those tighter, packed red clay situations, because this one will have a little bit of trouble and it'll get locked up a few times, as I'm sure you've seen in some of my videos. But that's the only thing I would change about this. But other than that, I love this thing. It's absolutely a lifesaver. The battery lasts for a long time. It's got a little button down here you can click, and it's got little bars. I love it, love it. And the light makes it easy when you're trapping it or setting traps at night or in the evening, which I do a lot of. I know you don't see it on video, but I do a lot of like early morning sets and then like late in the afternoon sets, you know, getting in between work and whatnot. Or if I'm off and it's just a long trap line, you know, you got to get them done. Next thing is, and all this stuff is still dirty and wet because of it was in the back of my truck and it rained. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it to rain. I haven't cleaned this bucket out since trapping season, so a little slacking on that. Next thing I've got is this hammer. I used to have, I don't know the name of the hammer. I used to have the one that's like an orange shaft right here and then a rubber grip. Well, thanks to my dog for hitting the camera or the tripod. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I used to have a hammer that had an orange shaft right here, and then the handle was black and like a rubber. And I liked that hammer. It was really good. It was really nice. But I was driving my stakes into the ground, and I hit that rebar on this piece of the plastic, and the head of the hammer just fell off. It was done. It was gone. So since then, I went to a local trapping shop, and I've got this hammer. I've seen it online, but the whole thing is metal. Like this whole shaft is a thin, as you can see how thin it is. But it's a metal from the top to the bottom. It's got wood handles on the side riveted in with metal rivets, which is, it's really similar to like a knife, like a homemade knife. But I'm telling you, this thing is solid, it is heavy, and it will throw them things in the ground very, very easily. A lot easier than the other hammer I had. I don't know how much this thing weighs. I would assume it's like 5 pounds. That's what I would think. Maybe a little less. 3 to 5. That's what I would say. I'm sure you can just look all this stuff up online and it'll tell you. But absolutely love this hammer. I mean, it's great. I would highly recommend it versus like the plastic shafts. Even though they're lighter, this one being heavier, it taps them into the ground easier. Next thing I have in my bucket here is scissors, and y'all see me use these all the time when I'm making flat sets. I'll pick the grass up around the area. Golly, I can't talk. and cut it into small, like little inch-sized pieces to make it cover the bed of the trap up to make a really nice, pretty flat set that blends in perfectly with everything else around it. So, I mean, these are cheap. You can get these at freaking Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was also in the bucket. What else we got in here? I've got little these little quick links here. Try to wipe it off a little bit. I got these little quick links here that I use on my traps to make it a little bit easier. So like on my trap itself, I have the earth anchor, and then I have a quick link right there that attaches to this swivel before it gets to the shock spring. And I just do that in case if, you know, I catch, if I keep getting a trap, if a trap of mine keeps getting dug up over and over and over again, I can come in there, I can take this quick link off, I can put a fresh trap that has not been used anywhere else on that set, same set, without having to pull the stake out of the ground and move the trap location. Just makes it a little bit more convenient for me that way. It's really easy. Really easy instead of having to like dig up that stake, make another, set another trap stake in the ground, make a new bed. You know, it's just a lot easier for me to do it that way. I always have my trapping gloves in here, some extra sheep's wool on the side pieces, some extra polyfill on the sides, which I mean obviously all this gets replaced every year. The stuff on the side pockets, like the two things I just mentioned. But I love this little bucket thing, this little bucket baggie, I don't know what the heck you call it. I bought it online off of F&T Trading Post, and it makes life so much easier. I can throw my urine bottles or my antifreeze bottles on the side of here, and I don't have to worry about my urine or my antifreeze scent getting inside on anything that I used to make this set with. So it's pretty nice for that aspect. And I mean, every now and then you got to replace the bucket, but what is that, you know? And then also I have this that I use when I'm making my sets. You see me sit on this on my knees. I don't know what type of material it is made out of. I just know my great uncle had it in his shop. He used it to slide up under vehicles. You know, instead of like laying on the rocks or whatever, you can throw it on the ground. Sit on this, a lot more comfortable. He had a huge mess of it, so I cut me 2 pieces about that big. And that's what I use to, you know, sit on the ground right in front of my set, so I don't get the set smelling like me or my clothing or anything. But yeah, that right there is pretty much it. So like I said, guys, everything that I mentioned on that right there that I had in my bucket that I use for trapping, you can get off of F&T Trading Post. I mean, it's several different trapping websites that you can get all of that stuff from. And you know, the prices are pretty much run about the same, but I get F&T. That's where I go and get all of my products at, because I mean, they are so fast on shipping, it's ridiculous. I mean, you order it and then literally like within, I don't know, I mean, even if you do, like some places, you know how you pay for like same day shipping, or not same day, or next day shipping, and it doesn't show up till like 2-3 days later? That don't happen with F&T. If you want it tomorrow and you pay for the extra $5, $10, whatever it is, it's gonna be there tomorrow. There's no doubts about that. So that's why I like F&T. I've had those situations happen before where I needed it right then, and it helped out. You know, it worked out with me on that website, and hasn't worked out on other websites. So that's why I went with that website. But y'all choose whoever you want. You got F&T. You got Horser Trapping Supply, Minnesota brand trapping. I mean, like I said, it's all kinds of different websites that you can use to choose from. Whichever one you want to buy from, go for it. But I mean, everything that's right there, I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, but once you buy it, like everything but like your sifter, the sifter's gonna break eventually. No matter what kind you get, the sifter's gonna break. Only other thing that I could think of that might break is if you were to get the little trowel to dig the holes instead of getting like the auger bit. That's the only other thing I could think of that would you know, break on you. And just so you guys know, I have not forgotten about the giveaway for the baits. I have not forgot about that. Like, I'm not forgetting about that at all. The reason I do these giveaways, the biggest reason I do these giveaways, is to help my channel grow, because I want it to be big. I want to, you know, to like share the trapping world with everybody else. I had a lot of questions when I started trapping. Nobody was there to answer the questions for me, so I had to figure it all by myself. And there was so much stuff that was not on YouTube that I looked up for, you know, trying to figure out, that I want to put that there so that everybody has the opportunity to learn as much as I have, without having to like go and battle back and forth between, you know, spend so much money trying to figure it all out, and then once you figure it out, you're like, wow, I wasted $1,200. You know, I don't want that to be you. So I'm going to I'm going to do the giveaway as soon as we hit 5,000 subscribers. We're already at 4,000, which is beyond what I ever thought this channel would be. But I'm going to be a little bit eager and say 5,000 subscribers, and I will give away the those baits. I can't think today. I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on, but it just ain't my day. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, 5,000 subscribers. I'm gonna give away the baits. I may even make it more than just. I think I said 3 or 5 winners last time. I don't know. I have to double check on that. But I may double the amount of like people that that'll win it. You know what I'm saying? Like double the amount of winners. Since it's gonna be a little bit longer process to get 5,000 subscribers, but. Like all 4,000 of you that are following along on this channel, I so much appreciate all the views, and I love you guys. It's freaking awesome. I cannot believe we're up to 4,000 subscribers. I really didn't think it was going to be that many, but I'm telling you, I will take every single one of you guys. And in case you don't know how to enter this giveaway, I'll drop the link of it into the description below. And I'll even make it one of the, wait till the outro comes up, and it'll be one of the suggested videos of mine, and I'll put it in the back right there, and you can click on that and figure out how to enter to win the giveaway. It's about the baits. Just go, if you want to go to my channel and just binge watch whatever, whatever. It's the last video about baits. That is what I'm gonna give away. Anyway, that's how you're gonna learn to enter it. I'm not gonna say it now. I've got to go cook supper and go to the gym. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video over here at Carolina Coyote. I mean, leave me some comments down below if you use any of this stuff or something new that you use that I don't use that maybe I should use. You know, just comment whatever. Like this video. I'm looking for like maybe 800 to 1,000. I'm looking for 1,000 likes. How about that? Can we get 1,000 likes? Tell your friends about the channel. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers so we can hurry and get those baits out to every single one of you guys that are going to win. And until next time, y'all take it easy, and I'll see you later.